5 prominent CSOs take out mass rally against India's alleged divide and rule policy in Manipur, terrorism and re-imposition of Armed Forces Special Powers Act 1958 in Manipur. Heavy exchange of fire between armed groups reported at Mayang Imphal, Khongnang Karak Imphal West District. Casualties among rebels in the firing reported. Supreme Court directs Manipur government to submit details of properties burned, looted and encroached upon during violence. Next court hearing on January 20, 2025. And Manipur joins Universal Human Rights Day 2024 observance on the theme Our Right, Our Future, Right Now. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM, bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. Now, the news in details. 5 prominent civil bodies in Manipur, Amuko, Poileimarol, Amawova, MSF and the Coalition of Human Rights COHR jointly organized a mass protest rally today against the alleged divide and rule policy of the Indian government in Manipur, terrorism and foreign interference amidst the ongoing crisis, and re-imposition of Armed Forces Special Powers Act. The rally begins at 10 a.m. from Thau Ground, Thangmaiban. It proceeded through Nagamapal, Kwairamban Kaithil, Kangla Mamang, Kuyathong and North AOC, culminating in a public meeting at Kumalampak. The rally is aimed to foster unity among the indigenous communities of Manipur and to collectively protest against the government of India's alleged attitude towards the state. People of indigenous communities participated in the rally. Normal life came to a standstill during the rally. Business establishments, private offices, schools, banks and marketplaces were closed and roads wore deserted looks. Taking part in the rally, Amuko President Fairoijam Nanduluwang criticized the center for igniting the ongoing crisis in Manipur, which has been burning since May 3, 2023. He highlighted the irony of the center's Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao initiative while neglecting the safety and rights of women and children in the state. Nanduluwang called out the center and human rights commissions for their inaction, claiming the government's view Manipur's people as third-rate citizens. He emphasized that Manipur's suffering worsened by AFASPA has led to inter-community conflict due to sectarian policies. He accused the center of prioritizing global recognition over addressing Manipur crisis and urged unity across communities to oppose the common enemy. Stressing that freedom is a birthright, he also pointed out the center and the army's failure to address the disappearance of Laishram Kamal Babu.
Armed Forces Special Power Act 19 Chekang character law Hong terrorists or Fal the lady part to want to go for people Kai the Rebel Wakalo the Bokoi carry over Kireblay. How do you
Manipur Mutatpan! Manipur!
Amuk cho tôi này. Manipur Mutatpan! Manipur
ꯃꯗꯨꯅ ꯄꯥꯏꯍꯜꯂꯦ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯄꯥꯏꯍꯜ ꯚꯥꯔꯠ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯒꯤ ꯊꯣꯛꯆꯤꯟ ꯇꯧꯑꯣꯡꯅ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯅꯍꯥ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯔꯝꯗꯝ ꯉꯥꯛꯆꯅꯕ ꯃꯐꯨꯔꯨꯞ ꯀꯟꯖꯅꯕ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯀꯥꯏꯕ ꯌꯥꯖꯔꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯈꯨꯠꯂꯥꯏ ꯄꯥꯏꯖꯔꯤꯕ ꯅꯍꯥꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯚꯥꯔꯠ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛꯁꯨ ꯑꯄꯁꯄꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯝꯗ ꯐꯥꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯠꯀꯦ ꯇꯨꯞꯀꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯈꯜ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯈꯜ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯥꯛꯄ ꯍꯧꯔꯦ ꯍꯧꯈꯤꯕ ꯆꯍꯤ 2019ꯒꯤ ꯃꯦꯒꯤ 3 ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯏꯔꯥꯡ ꯍꯧꯔꯦ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯃꯩ ꯆꯥꯏ ꯆꯥꯛꯂꯤꯕ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯃꯩ ꯆꯥꯏꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯈꯦꯠ ꯃꯔꯨꯁꯦ ꯚꯥꯔꯠ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯅ ꯈꯦꯠꯄꯅꯦꯕ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯩ ꯊꯥꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯨꯊꯠꯄꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯈꯜ ꯂꯩꯇꯦꯕ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ ꯚꯥꯔꯠ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯁꯝꯅꯔꯨꯕꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯈꯥꯡꯕ ꯋꯥꯔꯦ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯅꯨꯡꯒꯤ ꯁꯝꯅꯔꯨꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯡꯀꯛ ꯌꯧꯔꯛꯑꯦꯕ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯚꯥꯔꯠ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯅ ꯇꯧꯍꯟꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯑꯁꯨꯛ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯐꯕ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯚꯥꯔꯠ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯗ ꯌꯦꯡꯊꯤꯔꯤꯕ ꯁꯥꯎꯔꯛꯏꯁꯦ ꯚꯥꯔꯠ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯒꯤ ꯊꯧꯑꯣꯡꯗꯨꯅꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯂꯥꯎꯔꯛꯏ ꯏꯔꯣꯝꯗꯣꯝ ꯂꯦꯞꯆꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯍꯛꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯂꯥꯎꯔꯛꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯏꯔꯣꯝꯗꯣꯝ ꯂꯦꯞꯆꯕ ꯄꯥꯝꯃꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯀꯅꯥꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯍꯜꯂꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯚꯥꯔꯠ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯒꯤ ꯊꯧꯏꯟꯁꯤꯟꯗꯨꯅ ꯊꯧꯑꯣꯡ ꯀꯌꯥꯗꯨꯅ ꯄꯦꯜꯂꯛꯇꯕꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯂꯥꯎꯔꯛꯏꯅꯦꯕ.
Speaking at the public meeting in Kumalampak, Coalition of Human Rights Chairman Fulindro Coalition of Human Rights stated that while the world observes Human Rights Day, it is meaningless in Manipur due to the continuous enforcement of the Armed Forces Special Powers Act (AFSPA) and the violence perpetrated by both state and non-state actors, which has resulted in civilian casualties. The meeting was attended by thousands of people from various communities who participated in the mass protest rally organized by 5 civil bodies. The rally was aimed at opposing the re-imposition of Armed Forces Special Powers Act in areas under 6 police stations, denouncing terrorism and promoting unity, love and brotherhood among the indigenous communities of the state. Slogans such as self-determination is our birthright, Manipur cannot be wiped out, revoke Armed Forces Special Powers Act and Government of India must immediately stop terrorism in the state were chanted throughout the event. Fulindro said their agitation would continue until the demand raised in the protests are addressed, underlining their commitment to achieving justice and protecting the right of the Manipur populace.
Declaration of the Human Rights 1948 10 December now cover to the putting say masa enjoy to the adum balibak mayama oibna okoi this in the protest ki mauta observance territory ngasi ram the Manipur city international human rights day sta ko na protest of humanity ngasi akoi phangum thopa koi rights mayama fundamental freedom mayama phangdali aswa se as an instrument singmi tami oigara amoigara khaidok khajin yana ba divisive policy to boya na ba yung makhal ki khulai mani and government of India ki my policy da proxy war Sinaga, Lady Badumba, Manipur people sing say, genocide to Naba, Tumna Hanaba, Kampun Mukinaba, a point must say, Kanalaga, the basic policy in Makada, Sanaba, policy and program say, Masia will come in to die.
Members of the Kuki Zomi community carry out protest rally in Kangpopi district in connection to the violence which has been continuing for more than 18 months. The rally was organized by Kuki Students Organization, Sadar Hills. The protesters also raised several slogans during the rally. CPI Manipur State Council held protest meet today as part of the nationwide protest and demands day observation seeking amicable solutions to the prevailing crisis in Manipur, which is about to complete 2 years. The agitation was held at Irabat Bhavan in Imphal. Speaking on the sideline, former CPI Manipur Secretary L. Sotin Kumar commented that the nationwide protest has been held to urge Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led NDA government to take concrete action to protect the lives of people. He added price rise and unemployment defined NDA government. L. Sotin Kumar accused that instead of working for the welfare of underprivileged and poor people, the government is focusing on the privatization of various sectors in favor of the rich and powerful. He demanded for a joint parliamentary committee to probe the Adani Group scam. L. Sotin Kumar criticized the Prime Minister for his prolonged silence on the long-drawn unrest and violence in Manipur.
amadi state asida sakti pariba BJP madugilu singba adugum Sri Biren Manipur chief minister law and order maintain tobungam dawa lepak machet tana kaibada adugu loina Bharot lengak na Manipur thugaina buidong ta Bharot lami mayam thajala kanda adum thengna libu khodong thiba kaya adum manung da tampak lamdam gi tongan police station tarukta adum armed forces special power act na sibut salai re kaya singse masigi mayukta akhoi communist party na makhan kya yu kya sanction buidong ta leptan sangjali makata.
Thousands of people carried out a protest demonstration at the Talkotara Stadium in New Delhi today, condemning the Jidibam killing. Delhi Meitei Coordinating Committee DMCC organized the protests. Rashtrahit Savorpi Sangathand carried out a protest rally at Prime Minister Museum, Teen Murti Chowk, New Delhi today, demanding surgical strike on Kuki terrorists. Protesters led by Rashtrahit Savorpi Sangathand founder President Shohand Giri chanted slogans condemning attacks on Hindus in Bangladesh by terrorists and attacks on Meitei community by Kuki terrorists in Manipur. Indefinite relay hunger strike spearheaded by Uripok Apunba Lub and Uripok Nupi Apunba Lub demanding justice for victims of Jidibam killing entered day 25 today. In the morning hour, members of Samaj Tengbang Lub Achom Leikai and Uripok Shinam Leikai carried out the strike, while the residents of Achom Leikai, Len number 5 and 6 took out the evening. Lok Sabha Inner Manipur MP Dr. Angomcha Bimol Koijam addressed key concerns related to the ongoing crisis in Manipur during the ongoing winter session of Parliament today, highlighting the severe hardship faced by the people of the state, particularly the farming community. Dr. Bimol Koijam drew attention to the economic losses they have endured due to the violent unrest. Speaking in Parliament, Dr. Bimola Koijam posed the critical question of whether the centre should take responsibility for compensating the farming community for their economic losses, emphasizing the urgent need for government support during these challenging times. Heavy gunfire erupted early today between the two band outfits in Sangai Sabi area located near Konchak Makhalaikai and the Mayang Imphal police station, Imphal West. The intense exchange of fire, which include gunshot and bombing, began post-midnight and continued until approximately 4 a.m. Reports indicate casualties on both sides. Upon receiving reports of the incident, a team from Mayang Imphal police station swiftly proceeded to the scene. There, they discover a torch fire believed to have been a training camp for the outlawed groups and another shed where a bomb appeared to have been dropped. Bloods were also found at the site. However, an exact count of casualties has not yet been confirmed. Police recovered several items during the investigation, including a mobile handset, a wallet, 5 ATM cards, 2 Aadhaar cards, and 1 PAN cards. Authorities continued to assess the situation and gather further details. A 36-hand grenade along with a warning letter was discovered inside the industrial gate of Kangla Food Product in the Foijing Awang early this morning at around 6:30 a.m. A team from the Nambol police station and BLPS promptly reached the site, cordoned off the area and secured the explosive. The grenade and warning letter were seized and transported to the police station for further investigation and necessary formalities. Authorities are working to identify the individuals responsible for planting the device. The Supreme Court has directed the Manipur government to submit a sealed report detailing properties burned, looted or encroached upon during the ongoing ethnic violence in the state. A branch comprising Chief Justice of India, CJI Sanjeev Khanna, and Justice Sanjay Kumar yesterday issued the directive while hearing matters related to the Manipur ethnic violence crisis. The court emphasized the need for accountability and proper legal actions against those who have trespassed or occupied properties unlawfully. The court also took note of the progress reported by the Justice Geeta Mithal Committee, which has prepared 34 reports highlighting rehabilitation efforts, including skill building and resettlement of displaced individuals. The bench directed these reports to be shared with the Union Home Ministry and the Manipur government for remedial action. Further, the state was asked to provide updates on the funding for temporary and permanent housing for the displaced. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, representing the state, acknowledged the priorities of maintaining law and order and recovering illegal arms. The matter has been scheduled for further hearing on the 20th of January 2025. India has stepped up work on the fencing the 1,643 kilometers porous borders with Myanmar, which according to officials will be completed by the Border Roads Organization BRO in phases over the next 10 years. The fencing initiative, covering over 1,500 kilometers, will feature around the 300 kilometers of electric fencing and is estimated to cost rupees 20,000 crore, with an additional rupees 11,000 crore allocated for constructing over 60 border roads. The project aims to curb the movements of armed groups, smuggling of weapons and drugs, human trafficking and illegal immigration. Biometrics gates for regulated cross-border movements are also being planted in construction with local communities. In consultation with local communities. The fencing efforts come amid continued unrest in Manipur, where ethnic violence since May 2023 has displaced over 60,000 people and claimed more than 250 lives. A 10-kilometer fencing stretch in More, Manipur has already demonstrated potential benefits, enhancing security and trade management. Officials highlight that the project will not only ensure border security but also promote legitimate trade, providing economic benefits to local communities. The fifth round of political talks between centre and representative of Zeliarong Statehood Working Committee was conducted today in New Delhi. According to a press release by Publicity Secretary of Zeliarong United Front ZUF Louis Gangmei, the discussion involved mutual sharing of views on the ongoing Zeliarong political issues since the signing of the coup agreement. The meeting aimed to explore potential solutions that could be mutually acceptable and lead to a better understanding and a pragmatic resolution as soon as possible. Outcome of the talks was described as positive, indicating progress towards the final settlement of the political demands of Zeliarong People's Convention ZPC. The discussion was based on the contemporary political practices and the principles of democratic processes. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on Human Rights Day 2024 observance in Manipur. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Ningol Chakova amasum Diwali na lakpada Majo habki maikaidagi offer chaun pizari refrigerator, washing machine, smart TV amasum smartphone su brand makhal suna thamjari up to 60% discount ta phangmigan. Glassware dagi horaga rice cooker, air fryer na ching production brand makhal loina suna thamjari. Kaisampat konjing hajari lekai Thaubal aduga Manipur da tanatana Guwahati da su akhagi brand hamdun leisare. Ngasi maglingsan birau Majo Hub.
admission open Honeycomb Foundation School Mongsangge Bore Makongda Leba Asigi English ngani kun manga kun taruk session gi daycare dagi class 3 fawbagi admission haujare school asining thina train tawraba afaba amadi experience leraba oja kaya na angang singbu section na tak pitambiri ming janmagi oina su chada yang discount pizari atay khudong saba kaya amasu thamjari pizari ba khudong saba singa si akaknaba matam khara khaktagini ngasimak election biraktuna akopa marol khangbi hau amadi khudong saba asi lobi hau.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin and moving on with our bulletin. Former Nauriya Pakhang Lakpa MLA R.K. Anand says Manipur is in a state of anarchy, accusing MLAs of the prioritizing personal interest over public responsibilities. He was speaking at the Universal Human Rights Day 2024 on the theme, Our Right, Our Future. Right now, organized by Coordinating Committee Nauriya Pakhang Lakpa Kendra at his residence in Kwakaithil, Akhamleikai today. Rajkumar Anand criticized both the centre and state government for failing to protect lives, property and liberty in Manipur. He blamed the ongoing crisis on the inaction of elected representatives, calling for their mass resignation and restoration of pre-merger status. He labelled the Indian Parliament as a failure for ignoring Manipur crisis and accused the Prime Minister and Chief Minister of incompetence, demanding their resignation. He also condemned the leg of action against terrorists involved in the Jiribam killings and the 10 Kuki MLAs seeking a separate administration.
That Prime Minister resign to return. I demand that his resignation. On his failure, I demand Manipur the most incompetent Prime Minister in the history. The idea of my idea, I am terming this. But for us, my Manipur, Prime Minister, it's my birthright to raise this question. I want a Prime Minister, new Prime Minister for Manipur. I want a new CM for Manipur. I want a new set of ministers for Manipur. I want all the MLAs be replaced by the new breed. Manipur ki namta matfai thatuk pangamba Manipur jati stand maruim kanba pasai khandaba business khandaba party khandaba no politicians pe amang ase thoga Manipur kanmanat na Manipur future like this is my finding haita ai ngasebo thengna.
Taking part in the event, veteran politician Dokram Joy termed the ongoing conflict in Manipur as genocide and ethnic cleansing, accusing the state and central governments of failing to protect citizens' right to dignity. He raised concern over the Manipur Assembly's inaction. The demand for separate administration by 10 Kuki MLAs, a call for regional autonomy and controversial remark about creating a Christian state. Okaram Joy condemned the silence of authorities while Manipur's integrity remained at risk. The event also featured Manipur University Professor Y. Premananda and Angie Nimai as resource person.
Assembly amasung sasona si salai na government lady. Ano gadi hujiki lady ba film si the government sina. Akoi ngasagi human right isi naina kanda di hujiki sida kari haini Manipur di human right isi koi enjoy toriya haradi. Akoi di human right hai badu di ai di irai bu lay tramane khali ne masidi hui mai right lay duni ne. Akoi hanai from the kok tabado. Manipur thugai bana tana Bharat thugai ge hai bagi wahun dila about the project babada Shri Narendra Modi remain silent. Shri Amit Shah remain silent. Bharatiya Janata Party ki President Oiriba JP Nada remain silent. Sidalay riba government. Wow, ngang dange. Koi Bharat je. Akoi ima lebak ni hai to. Madugi saruto ngasi BJP ki rule asina tungan bangami para.
Dean of Law Department, Manipur University Professor Y. Premananda called for the establishment of a war crime tribunal to investigate alleged genocidal war crimes committed against a community in Manipur. Speaking at an event marking International Human Rights Day at the university's conference hall today, Professor Premananda asserted that the ongoing conflict in the state amounts to genocide and war crimes. He emphasized the need for a military crackdown to address the terrorist activities. The observance, jointly organized by Manipur University Center for Human Rights and Duties Education and the Department of Law, highlighted human rights violations in the state despite the protections provided by the Indian Constitution and international humanitarian laws. Professor T.H. Purnima, Dean of School of Social Science, former Manipur Human Rights Commission member Advocate Angie Nongyai and Associate Professor Dr. N. Pramod also attended the event.
State government na resolute oiba yam concrete resolution lawraga command mudi ade lakani military crackdown ma tawba military crackdown tawba haibani ko article 352 haibani 350 haibani ko military crackdown ma terrorism mathak tawraga ko na settlement ko na laksi ko human right matli se terrorism matli haibani da universal declaration of human rights se article 30 panjaba se madi ko minimum standard ne yam darba masimadi sapiro haibani leba khudi mungna manipur se sing ne koina pansaba ko myam nungai ai phana peaceful coexistence leba se peaceful oidre coexistence oidre loina ka hel haibani masi amona normalcy puraksi afaba samasa moi se hargadi terrorist root out tawba sina oigadra en khali terrorist root out we have still law lady ko khangdam na terrorist organization lakthok daga di terrorist mathak action loba ya de suspension operation lega pa jale suspension operation yang khai legera adek unlawful organization lakthokera lakthoera no ne ko na moi terrorist ne action loba ya madugi di section 15 of unlawful activity prevention 1967 as well as section 113 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanitai makhal action lobira.
Manipur Legal Services Authority MASLSA carried out Human Rights Day and sensitization program on the themed constitutional and legal rights of LGBTQ at the ADR Complex, Lumfield Court Complex today. The program was attended by MASLSA Additional Member Secretary Bineshwari Maibam, Deputy Member Secretary Rajashri Yambem, OSD K. Rojita, panel lawyers, legal and defense counsels, and paralegal volunteers. Human Rights Law Network Director Rakesh Mahobam and Sathi Assistant Director Randhoni Ladikyangam, who attended as resource person at the program, spoke on the topic laws relating to transgender persons in India, a special reference to Manipur and needs and issues of gender and sexual diverse individuals experience for LAC for GSM communities. United Meitei Pangal Committee UMPC Manipur also observed International Human Rights Day 2024 on the theme Our Rights, Our Future, Right Now. Today, the program was held at the Jama Masjid Lilong Bazaar. UMPC Manipur President Alhaj MB Muhyiddin and other prominent members of the committee attended the event. Lamkai to Sugnu Road State Highway Development and Demand Committee warns of stare if Lamkai to Sugnu Road repair is not initiated within this month. In its release, the committee claimed Works Minister Govindas Konthaujam had earlier assured to repair the deplorable road stretch within 10 days. However, repair has not started till date. Patriotic Writers Forum Manipur, in collaboration with Manipur Women's Literary and Cultural Organization, unveiled a statue of Lamyanba Hijam Irabat at Hojai, Nandapur, Meitei Village, Assam today. The event honored the legacy of Hijam Irabat, a revered leader known for his role in Manipur's socio-political movements. Speaking on the occasion, PAWF Founder Secretary O.C. Meira emphasized that protecting Manipur's integrity is possible only by embodying the ideals of Hijam Irabat, who guided Manipur through critical struggles. Prominent attendees includes PAWF former President Dr. Yashkuld Khwairakpam, President Nauroibam Khambal Luang, Secretary Rakesh Naurem, PAWF Tripura Branch Advisor Dr. Ketrimayum Madhabi, MWL CO Founder President Renuka Yumnam, President Hurongbam Kanjabati, Social Activist Dr. Yengkhom Bhagyachandra, and Konsam Michael. A notice issued by Traffic Controlled Police Wing informed that there will be traffic diversion in connection to the Nupilal Memorial Observance to be held at Nupilal Complex and Ghanapriya Women College Central Hold on December 12th. Vehicles coming from Imphal is direction crossing Sanjentong will move or go towards Moirangkom, and vehicles from Singjumai direction will move towards Kaishamthong via Moirangkom. The traffic diversion will continue until the completion of the observance. Sanjay Malhotra will be the next governor of the Reserve Bank of India. The appointment committee of the cabinet approves his name. He has been appointed to the post for a period of 3 years starting from the 11th of this month. Mr. Malhotra will succeed Shaktikant Das, the Rajasthan Cadre IAS officer of the 1990 batch. Sanjay Malhotra is presently serving as Revenue Secretary in the Ministry of Finance. With demonstrated leadership and excellence in his career for over 33 years, he has worked in multifarious sectors including power, finance and taxation, information technology and mines, among others. He has extensive experience in finance and taxation at the state as well as the central government. As a part of his present assessment, Sanjay Malhotra plays an instrumental role in tax policy formulation in respect of direct and indirect tax. In a series of successful operations, security forces in Mizoram seized illegal Indian currency and heroin worth crores. Officials said on December 4, a joint operation by Assam Rifle and Mizoram police in the Ngur area of Champhai district led to the recovery of illegal Indian currency note worth 1 crore 24 lakh rupees. The seized notes were in denominations of rupees 500, rupees 200 and rupees 100. A Myanmarish national was apprehended in connection with the case. Separately, on December 3, another operation in the Zote area of Champhai district resulted in the recovery of the 152.24 grams of heroin worth rupees 1.06 crore. The contraband concealed inside a bag was recovered by Assam Rifle in collaboration with Excise and Narcotic Department. The seized heroin has been handed over to the Excise and Narcotic Department for further legal action. Now the news from the world of sports. Manipur remorseless team clinched the first position while the renowned sports team secured the 4th spot at the Hornbill Sports Tournament. The event was organized as part of the ongoing Hornbill Festival by Nagaland's Youth Affairs and Sports Department. Both teams represented Manipur and achieved remarkable success in the prestigious tournament. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. 5 prominent civil society organizations took out a mass rally against India's alleged divide and rule policy in Manipur, terrorism and re-imposition of Armed Forces Special Powers Act 1958 in Manipur. Heavy exchange of fire between armed groups reported at Mayang Imphal, Hongnang, Karak Imphal West District. Casualties among rebels in the firing reported. Supreme Court directs Manipur government to submit details of properties burned, looted and encroached upon during violence. Next court hearing on January 20, 2025. And Manipur joins Universal Human Rights Day 2024 observance on the theme Our Right, Our Future, Right Now. Thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, have a great evening and always stay safe.
Tripadarshini Advanced Hospital and Research Institute, Palace Compound.